Hello there. In the previous video, and you can find the link in the description below, I talked about the importance of tactical training and especially of pattern recognition training. So in this video I want to show you how to use Chessable spaced repetition feature in order to train your pattern recognition efficiently. I find this feature very useful, and it was a great discovery when I found this feature. The idea behind it is to refresh your memory at the point when you start to forget. So it's simple logic, but it really works. So once you learn the position, you have the brain stores it in your short-term memory, and then you can recall it quickly. So when you first see the position and you solve this, then this solution is stored in your short-term memory in your brain. And then after a while you start forgetting it. And at that very moment when you start forgetting it, this is the best moment to refresh your memory again. And if you do it several times over, then at the end the result should be that this information will be stored in your long-term memory, and then you'll be able to efficiently use it in your games. The space repetition works that first you solve the position, and then you'll be asked to review the position after 4 hours. And then again you will be asked to review the position after 10 hours, and then after 1 day, and then after 2.5 days, and then after 1 week, then 2.5 weeks, then 1.5 months, and then 4 months. So this is some schedule how Chessable works, and this is if you solve everything correctly. But if you solve problems incorrectly, then you will be offered to review them even more frequent. So in this way, there is actually, I read some articles you can find on Chessable about science behind this logic. So this was not just made up. This is based in the science of learning. So there is whole branch of science which deals with how we learn stuff and how the things are stored in the short-term memory and how things are stored in the long-term memory. So I think this is an excellent tool, and this is something which can really help you improving chess. I have to say that for me personally, this kind of training is the most important thing and the thing I do most often. So I have, of course, Chessable accounts. I have Chessable tactics courses I do, and I try to be regular and to review the positions, the variations, as soon as the Chessable suggests that. Of course, it's not always possible because sometimes you sleep, sometimes you eat, sometimes you work. So, but if it is possible, it's best to do this review of your variations as soon as the Chessable suggests you to do it. Okay, so let me show you how this works. Okay, so let me show you how to use this Chessable feature. So you select the course, let's say Queen on the Attack. It's a free course. Okay, you click, you get course. It's free, so you can get it for free. Okay, and now you can go click browse, and you can see the chapters in the course. So this is a tactical course, and it's one I recommend. So let's go to additional exercises and see. Okay, and now when you're solving for the first time, you'll see here you have solve option. So for the first time you have solve, and then for the next time you will have review. So let's just solve one problem to see how does it do. Okay, learn next. So in the first there is some introduction. Okay, next lesson, and now you have a problem. Now down you will see the time. So you have I don't know, maybe 2 minutes. I didn't see. So you have some time to solve this, and then you have to think about the position. So this is in the beginning, so probably there is some simple solution. Okay, this queen is unprotected, so if I take the queen, what can he do? He can take my rook, maybe, and then I have a checkmate here. I think this is the solution. Okay, let's try it. So I take the queen, he takes the rook, and then I can deliver checkmate. Okay, and this is it. So you click next lesson, and so on. Then when you solve all these puzzles, I will now go back. Okay, now you see that here, when you solve all this, instead of solve, it will say overstudy. Overstudy means that you can study again, but it's not a part of their repetition program. And then after I think 1 hour or 1 hour and a half, it will not be overstudy, but it will be review. Then you should review it. So the ideal situation would be that you review everything you learned when Chessable suggests you to review it. So the first review is after I think one and a half hour. The second is after 4 hours. Then after, I don't know, 12 hours, 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, and so on. So if you just follow the Chessable recommendations, you will be repeating everything in time. So by following Chessable repetition feature, you can train your brain to memorize these patterns. Okay, let me just show how these are my courses. Okay, sorry. Okay, so these are the courses I'm working on at the moment. I will link all these courses below in the video description because I recommend them. So you will see this review. So I have 114 moves. So these are not actual variations, but they are moves. So here you will see that I have a lot of things to review, and you can also see down there. You can see here it says I have to review 205 moves now, and in 1 hour I will have 215 in 4 days, in 1 day, in 3 days, in 7 days. If I were not recording this video, I will be solving this 205 moves. Okay. What else? Okay, so when you review, I just click on review because I already did all this. I already learned all these chapters. So if I click to Common Chess Patterns, you'll see I learned all these. So how did I do this? I took, for example, knight patterns, and then I solved it, and after I repeated it some 4 or 5 times, then I go to the next chapter, and then I review both of these chapters because the review is bringing me all old positions and new positions. So when I do this 4 or 5 times, then I go to the next chapter. Then when I do this 4 or 5 times, then to the next chapter. And in this way, I went through all these chapters. There are lots of chapters. Okay, so I went to all these chapters, and now I just review everything as Chessable suggests me to review it. And okay, I mean, it's important that you don't give yourself too much work. So if you are learning for the first time and you do 4 chapters in a row, then you'll have lots of stuff to review. So do one thing after another. And also Chessable has this good feature that the positions you did wrong, they will suggest you to repeat them more often. Okay, let me see the example. Okay, for example, this course, I'm right in the middle of it. So I went through these rook moves. These are very easy, so I think I paused. Okay, I don't want to review this because it's too easy. It's just basic rook moves. And now I'm doing setting up the rook chapter, and you can see I have 20 variations to review here. So I can I am now focusing on this chapter, and after I repeat it 5 or 4 times, then I will go to the next chapter. And if I want to review, I can just click review all and start reviewing. Or you can, if you want to review everything, you can just click here, review all, and to review everything. So in my training plan, this is the most important thing I'm focusing on in my chess. So I'm doing these reviews wherever I have a moment to spare to sit in front of my computer. I go to Chessable and there's always something to review. So I review it, and then maybe a few hours later I will again turn on my computer and I will see, okay, I have now something like 30 positions to review, then I will review it, and so on. So this Chessable is a very good tool, and it has this repetition thing built in. So you just need to follow the advice they give you. Okay, this is it for now for this video. I hope you'll find this video useful, and of course please be free to leave your comment below to share your own experience. Tell us about how do you improve, what do you do to improve in chess. It's always useful to hear this kind of things. Okay, stay with me. Cheers.